Another mastermind hit.
What's up, everyone? It's your boy Mastermind here for How Cannabis Live. Welcome back to another live stream. As you can see, I'm back here. My computer is still having some issues, but I'm back here. I see we only got a few viewers right here, so we're gonna wait for everybody to gear before we start talking because I don't want to have to repeat myself. And it seems like the average watch time for a live stream that I'm producing right now is 15 minutes, which is terrible. It's sad. And, in order for us to continue on, people have to watch it for more than 15 minutes, or we're just really wasting another 45 minutes of our time and resources just talking to nobody. So I'm just saying that in the sense that in order for us to get our numbers up to where we're doing better on our monetization and everything, we have to have people watch the show to the end. So we're going to be doing some other things to make sure that you do get to watch the show to the end. Obviously, we've had some technical issues, and the last few days, last week, it was a lot of traveling going on, so that made it very difficult. And we had the shaking video situation, which I absolutely just don't want to happen again. It's weird. I got the sway bar links repaired, and that seemed to help with the noises I was hearing, but then that created more problems. Now it sounds like we need a wheel hub bearing, and we need brakes, and we need struts, and all kinds of other stuff that I ain't trying to worry about right now. So, we've got 5 people watching here. I'm gonna wait a little bit longer. While I'm waiting, please do me a favor. Tell me what you're medicating on. Love to know what you're medicating on. If you are medicating, it is 420, or it's a little after 420 now. Uh, and good to have you here. What's good, Frosty Farms 420? Hey, Mike. Hey, Lynette. Yeah. Well, the intro, it's a news intro, so it's designed to get your attention. So yeah, it might be a little bit louder. And again, as I said, we've been having some technical issues with our software. We just did a system update, so hopefully that will fix the problem. But we still have noticed that there's been some issues. It just seemed like there's some type of drain on our system. I don't know what's causing it. It's been going on for a while. We've been trying to figure out what it is. It could be some type of virus or something that's messing with our software. But we're hoping the update would fix it and kind of make things run a little bit smoother. And also just trying to make sure it isn't something weird like Adobe or something like that that's in the background that's dragging our computer down. We checked everything. We checked all our external drives and everything. And we still had these problems. Uh, just like right now, my camera just froze. And the reason that happened was because it got shut down inadvertently. So, camera will be back on here in just a second. Yeah, it takes a second for it to load back up. So while that's happening, it's a good time to tell you to go ahead and support the channel. If you haven't already, please do me a favor, like, subscribe button. I appreciate you, Mike, with the super chat there. We're closer. We made our goal for May already. I'm sorry, for April. but we did not make our goal for March.
Excuse me, boss. You have a text message.
I could swear I put this on mute. Why are people still messaging me while I'm live? Because they don't know any better. But sometimes people do that. They message me while I'm live. So anyway, we've got 6 people in here. We need more than that. We need to share the video. We need to start getting more people to tune in at 420. I need more viewers. We need more people to watch the channel. We need to get our numbers up. It's real important that we do that. I am going to go ahead and jump into this first slide I've got here for you. Recreational cannabis sales in Ohio. The big question that everybody wants to know is, when are recreational sales going to happen in Ohio? And, you know, that's a real tricky question because there's a lot of confusion going on around about licenses, dispensaries. So what I'm going to try to do is bring a little bit of clarity to you so you understand what's happening. So right now we have over 100 dispensaries. I want to say it's 120 plus dispensaries. We're going to have a new one here in Columbus. So there'll be 15 in Columbus. The main point we're trying to get people to realize is that if you're waiting around for rec sales to happen, that could change repeatedly. I could tell you it's June and it'll be October. I could tell you it's September and it'll be November. Doesn't matter what time or what date we give you, the news media give you. You know, these dates are subject to change due to all kinds of technical issues. I think it's important for you to understand what's the holdup. What is the holdup? So the holdup is this. Everything's built off the medical marijuana program, okay? Technology-wise. Rec users think they should just be able to go into a place and buy something. And we agree, you should be able to. However, the way the system is built is designed in a very archaic way, using software that was never designed for medical or recreational cannabis sales. So what they have to do is be able to have a system that allows a recreational consumer to check into the dispensary and to be able to make a purchase and it be able to still be tracked. I mean, I hope you understand this. When you go and buy something in a dispensary, it is still going to be tracked. So that doesn't mean that you're going to go to a dispensary and buy the maximum amount there and then go somewhere else and buy the maximum amount and then go. It's not going to be like Michigan, where Michigan ain't caring. They just want money from Ohio people. So they don't care if you buy 10 ounces, but Ohio's going to care. Okay. So that means when you go to make a purchase, it's absolutely going to be tracked. They're absolutely going to know when you go to the next dispensary how much stuff and what you bought at the other dispensary. And if it's over your limit for the time that they give us, you won't be able to buy stuff. Okay. Now, while we keep telling everybody to keep their medical card, we'll reiterate this again. Recreational sales are going to have a 10% tax on it. That's going to make it higher than what medical patients currently pay, which is on the average between 6%, 6.5%, and 8.4%, somewhere along those lines. So it sounds like a small difference. Yeah, I'll pay extra 2%, but when you add it up over a period of 12 months, that little percentage starts to add up a little bit more into your bottom line, how much money you're spending. Now, for those who are still going to Michigan, do what you do. You know, here's what you have to realize is that the market isn't worried about who's still running to Michigan anymore. We're worried about who's coming to Ohio. So what we're trying to get people to realize is stop worrying about what's going on in Michigan and start worrying about what's going on here. Because you're going to have people coming from everywhere through our borders. I hate to use that word, borders, but that's through our state lines to buy recreational cannabis. That means traffic delays, long wait times at restaurants, limited availability of products. So if you're sitting around waiting for rec sales to happen and you're not getting your med card now, you're doing yourself a disservice, because in reality, you want to be able to access this cannabis now. Because if you wait till rec sales come, you're going to be, 1, standing in line. Number 2, paying more money. Number 3, standing in line for a long, long time. Don't expect to call and get somebody to answer the phone either. Because last time, even with medical, we couldn't get them to answer the phone. So you have a lot of people who say, well, why would I do that? I'm just going to go to these stores that are saying they're dispensaries, trying to operate like they're dispensaries, but they're really not. And they're saying, we're selling the same thing the dispensary's selling. We're getting our weed from the growers. Let me tell you, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. In order for a company to get cannabis from a medical cannabis grower, a licensed grower, that dispensary must have a DEA license. You know, Drug Enforcement Agency, the DEA? Yeah, every dispensary in Ohio that operates has a DEA license. So when you go into one of these stores that claims they're a dispensary, that claims they're legal under the Farm Bill and all that shit, ask them, do they got their DEA license to sell cannabis? And if you're just buying it because they said it's legal under the Farm Bill, guess what? You probably smoking hemp and Reggie. Or THCA. It's still weed. I'm not knocking it. Go smoke it. But I'm just saying, don't be going around thinking you bought weed from a dispensary and it's recreational sales, because there is no dispensaries in Ohio selling recreational cannabis right now. And anybody else who is telling you otherwise, tell them I said that's bullshit. Because it is. I know my laws. I spent 5+ years learning this stuff. So I don't need to go back to school on this. But I just hear a lot of talk. Well, I went here and got this, and look at the package. It looks legit. No, it don't. And guess what? A recreational user in Ohio who has never bought recreational cannabis in Ohio. I ain't talking about Michigan. I ain't talking about Cali. I ain't talking about Florida or wherever else. I'm talking about in Ohio. Would not have no idea what a compliance label looks like, because you've never been in a dispensary to buy one, unless someone showed it to you in a picture, unless you Googled it on the internet, or I showed it to you here. This is what legal stuff looks like in Ohio's program. You see this THC triangle right here? Where's it at? Right there. Hold on. For those who don't know, everything that is legal is going to have all this information on the label. So when somebody gives you a label and it just says total THC, name of strain, and nothing else, what lab tested it, what cultivator grew it, it's not real recreational or medical weed. It just ain't. So hopefully, when we do get recreational sales, that's when finally everybody will understand these 120 places that's been existing, some of them, for years, that they even exist. Because most of you who are in the rec market don't even know that they exist. You don't know where they are, don't know the name of it. And I keep telling these companies over and over and over and over and over and over that if they don't start communicating with the community and they don't start getting to consumers, no one's going to be at their dispensary when it opens for rec sales, because they're going to still be going to these other places that claim they're dispensaries, who claim they've got the best deal and the best stuff, on and on and on. And they've already built a customer base, a relationship with the customer, a brand. These companies have less than 10% of the Ohio population as customers. And they're just automatically assuming that you're just going to roll over and run to their dispensary because you live here in Ohio and you're tired of going to Michigan. Wrong. Wrong, wrong, wrong. What's going to happen here is that we're going to all be sitting there saying, man, I ain't standing in line at a dispensary. I got my card. Or I'm growing at home. Or I'm going to Michigan. But guess what? You're going to have all these other people from Michigan, Indiana, Virginia, West Virginia, Kentucky, and everywhere else in America who is over 21 coming here. And you will be waiting in line. And those stores, those places that are operating now, that say they dispensaries, that say they got the legit stuff, guess what's going to happen to them? I ain't even going to say it out loud because you already know the answer. Ask them guys what happened to the last guys that tried to run a dispensary here before that wasn't operating under the law. Guess what happened to them? I ain't saying nothing else because you could already figure out what happened to them. They ain't no longer operating. So the Ohio way. We got to start getting people this information so that you can save time and money and know the rules of how this crap's going to work. Because if you don't, you're just going to have problems. You're going to be frustrated about this whole rollout. You're going to think this whole thing sucks. Yeah, so it's a lot. There's a lot, and packaging is a good thing to bring up, Captain Green Toker, because that's another thing. Packaging can be had as on Amazon, on eBay, and anywhere. You can get packaging from China and have your own baggies made, your own grow bags made, all that kind of stuff. You can literally build your own brand off of Amazon and eBay in the street. You can do it. Okay, but what people should be doing, what they should be doing goes back to what's in this graphic here. They should be looking at equity licenses for cultivation and retail dispensaries, because that's the bigger news. That's the story that many are sleeping on. Why people are worried about running these unlicensed operations, they should be looking at these equity licenses. How can I get one of them? If you really, really want to break money and make money growing weed in Ohio and get paid for it and not have to worry about getting your door kicked in, then you should be one of the 40 people who are applying for a commercial adult use grow license to get your brand that you have spent years working on out there in the real world. And Mastermind is going to help you do it. This is why they call me Mastermind. Because I've been working on all this stuff before we even got here. A lot of people forgot that my name was on the original paperwork to legalize marijuana like alcohol. They took my name off. We don't know why. We still been waiting to answer to find out why my name was abruptly removed from this whole campaign, even though I was one of the main people helping them with this campaign. And y'all know that because I was helping get the word out, wasn't I? Okay? So I've been reading this stuff for a long time, and I've been trying to spread the word to everybody. But people still are not listening. They're still listening to what they're saying in Michigan, like they know anything about our law. People are getting consulting firms from out of the country. What? Bill? Why are people relying? Why is your dispensary allowing and relying on someone in Utah to figure out what to order for your dispensary? Because they don't want to hear customer input. They only thinking what we can do based on what we think, blah, 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 blah. So that's why nobody's ordering Mastermind Cannabis. Shout out to the dispensaries who have. But there's 100 dispensaries that have not ordered no Mastermind Cannabis, and that's because people ain't screaming at them like, why are you not ordering Mastermind Cannabis? Do you not know who Mastermind is? Do you not know about Ohio Cannabis Live? Apparently you don't, because you don't have his products. Why are you literally just refusing to order his products and pretend like he don't exist in the market? It's just this world where it's MSOs and big rich folks, and then it's little guys like me and you who's trying to make it through, trying to get through all this without suffering. And they ain't thinking about us. They're thinking about the rec user. The rec user is going to save our program. It's going to save everything. Well, not if we don't come together. Not if we don't work together. And that brings me to the next thing I want to talk about. The Ohio Cannabis Expo. May 3rd, May 4th. Be there. Now, I want to tell you a few things that you don't know. First of all, I worked very hard to plan this event. It took me 5 months to do so. I've been working, trying to work with everybody. Okay? And everybody don't want to work with Ohio Cannabis Live. I'm just going to say it to you like it is. There's some people who want to work against Ohio Cannabis Live. And we can't allow that to happen. So we have to remain strong. This is the #1 media source for cannabis information in the state of Ohio. And if it is and you believe in it, you better share this video. You better smash the like button right now. And if you haven't already, if I haven't earned your subscription, please go ahead and do it right now. Stop playing with me, as I said. Stop playing. Because Mastermind's putting in overtime for this expo. I ain't sleeping right. I ain't eating right. I can't even take care of the things I'm doing. I ain't even got no more herb right now because all I'm doing all day is talking to people and trying to get people to come to this expo that we're having at the Hilton. The Hilton, not the X Center, not the Columbus Convention Center, not a bar, the Hilton. For 2 days. We got the Hilton for 2 days. Do you understand that? For a cannabis event? When have you ever heard of a Cannabis Expo in Ohio at the Hilton? 5 minutes from the Hall of Fame. So let me give you another reason to come. Even after you come to my expo, you can go down 5 minutes away to the Hall of Fame and check out the Hall of Fame Village. Very cool place. Very cool place. And you can get you a hotel room and stay in that. Did you know the hotel we got is pet friendly too? So don't tell me I can't come because of my doggy or my cat. Bring your doggy and bring your cat. Okay? You got to be 21 and older. That's the state's rules, not mine. I would wish it was 18 and up, but they said it got to be 21 and older. Okay? Now, we're going to have 3 discussion panels. We're going to have a business panel. That panel is for those interested in going into cannabis business. Pretty self-explanatory. We're going to have the cannabis and wellness panel. In that panel, we're led by a good friend of mine, Dr. Bridget Cole Williams. Some of you have heard of her. She's been on my show before. If you're a long-time watcher of the channel, you know exactly who Dr. Bridget is. She's also part of the leading book, Courage of Cannabis, #1 seller on Amazon. If you haven't read Courage in Cannabis, written by people all over Ohio and abroad, make sure you go check it out. It is available on Amazon right now, Courage in Cannabis. So hopefully we'll have some books signed there. But Dr. Bridget has agreed to lead a panel there for us. And like I said, we're going to have some people there. We're going to be talking about cannabis and cancer, cannabis and chronic pain, and cannabis and opiate use. Okay? And I just got this today. So we're also doing the cannabis consumer panel. What does that panel mean? This is going to be a panel where you can come there and get information, ask questions about medical cannabis or recreational cannabis, allow you to get information to figure out what you need to know so that you get ready for when this rec sale wave comes. You'll know what to do. If you want to get your card, we'll also have opportunity for you to get your card at a discounted price there as well. So yes, you can still get a discount on your card even at the expo. We'll make sure of it. It's all run through our app with LeafWell. They'll take good care of you. You don't need no paperwork. No paperwork. No paperwork. All you need is your driver's license. I can get you your card the same day. LeafWell.com. Use my code. The information is going across the bottom of the screen right now. Okay? I'm telling you, I'm working hard on this stuff. We're trying to get all these folks together. Medical marijuana companies, hemp companies, people selling seeds and clones. I get asked all the time, is it going to be seeds and clone there? Is it going to be seeds and clone there? Hey, I can't tell you what these people are going to bring because something could happen. If it's a storm and the wind is bad like it is today, I don't know. That could probably be bad on the clones. Maybe they'd be all right. The last farmers market, y'all saw what happened. We got some clones, but the wind was blowing really hard, and I was really worried that these things weren't going to survive the trip home. They did, but it was rough. Coming to the event, I want to let you know about something that I'm going to be giving away. Now, you will first guest to arrive will get entered in a raffle to win this. Some of you that know me know exactly what this is. Okay, I can't explain all of it here in this video because the YouTube won't like it, but my good friends over here at YoCan, don't tell nobody, YoCan has given me this to give to one of you. And I've been waiting for the right time. Now, I also want to address another matter. Now, we did spin the wheel, and that was our first real test win for prizes. Now, one gentleman, Sir Snipes, we never did get back. We never heard back to you. But still reach out to me. We'll figure something out. I know the solar eclipse is over. The other individual, I tried to send you the Echo Dot and it was returned to me. It said the address is vacant. So if you're watching this, please email me. I'm going to try to email you and figure out what happened, why you didn't get your package. I still got your Echo Dot sitting right here with me. It is still yours. I'm not going to give it to nobody else. So again, this is for the Ohio Cannabis Expo. This ain't no cheap device. Feel free to look it up. It's called a Celestial. That's all I can tell you. Okay, now I'm really excited about this next part. But let me talk about the weather before we get into that. So, hold on, man. Where's my weather stuff? Did I lose my weather thing here? All right, so with the weather, you know, we've got a situation here. It's windy. Don't plan on planting anything. We still got cold, could have some cold temp days. The long rain days causing a nightmare with the humidity. I know some of you who are growing right now are probably going through the same headache that I'm going through with all this rain. It's making the humidity in our grow tents go crazy. Here's our forecast for this weekend, brought to you by Ohio Cannabis Growers and powered by HLG. Don't forget to visit HLD.com and use the code OCL Live to receive a discount. I'm sorry, OCL Grow. I got so many discount codes. OCL Grow to get your discount on your grow equipment. And I have another announcement, so hang on there. I got something else to tell you about the HLG, so hang tight. All right, so right now, it's about 53 degrees. It's windy. It's wet. It's supposed to rain some more. Tomorrow is going to be a much nicer day. Sunday, it's looking like it'll probably have some rain, but it'll be really warm. So we're on a warming trend here. Hopefully we'll be done with the cold weather, but I'm not sure yet. They keep bringing up more and more storms. Now I want to give you an update on my grow tent, sponsored by Horticultural Lighter Group. You guessed it. And this is the most recent. This actually is an old video. I don't know how this one got in here. This ain't the right video. So this video right here is what it looked like before. And I'm going to see if I can get you a live feed into what it looks like now. Because this is a great example of what it looks like, what it did look like. And, you know, it looked, this is a dramatic change from what it looks like now. And so I guess I just added the wrong video on my account here. So I'm gonna show you here in a minute what this looks like right now, because right now I'm showing you an old video. It's actually dated too. This video is from March 15th, 2015. I'm sorry, 2024. You see, my brain is. I shouldn't have hit that great gas right before we went live. That's what happens when you hit the great gas right before you go live. You start forgetting stuff. So yeah, I'm waiting on my screen to load up so I can show you. I just don't know what happened, why it didn't. There we go. Here we go. So there's what it looks like now. So from March 15th to right now, and you know, we've got layer cakes front and center. Obviously, you know, I'm sure you all notice in the right hand corner there are some plants that are flowering. Those are some auto flowers that got stressed out, and when you stress the auto flowers out, it throws them in the flower. So there you go. The other plants that you see there, that is the ones that you saw that were in pretty bad shape. I'll go back to this picture, and you can see you know, the evolution here. Everything was doing different then. Also in the back there are the clones. Now that one that my buddy gave me, I need to top it ASAP. It's obviously getting way too tall, and I need to top it so it'll spread out. The one in the back is the one that was in the water that I eventually had to go ahead and put in dirt because I just couldn't deal with the water setup at the moment. Didn't have time and money to set it up. Down in the left corner, which is kind of hiding there, you can't really see it, is the form cookies. Remember, the form cookies was going to die. We just knew the form cookies was not going to make it. You know, we was already planning funeral arrangements. And to our surprise, that's not what happened. So there's your form cookies there. Now, one of them's still a little bit greener than I would like it to be, but it is growing still. And like I said, back here in the back, we've got that one. When I was getting ready to happen now, I was getting ready to transplant these other ones into 5-gallon buckets. Obviously, the ones that are flowering are not going to be transplanted, but I've got these Apex. One of them called Apex, the other one's called something else, Mac Jack, I believe. Those are in those little cheap Dollar Tree pots, and we are going to upgrade those to the 5-gallon so they can start branching out and getting bigger. So that's what we got going on with the grow situation. So we're doing all right with it. It's definitely better than it was. So yeah, we're doing what we can to make it grow. And like I said, it's just a lot of stuff I got going on at the same time. It does make it hard. So do me a favor and make sure that if you have anything you want me to know, and I might miss it in the comments because I'm running so many things at once. My moderators are helping out. Shout out to my moderators. Make sure you email me, info@ohiocannabislive.com. You can purchase the tickets for the event, for the Ohio Cannabis Expo at www.ohiocannabisexpo.com/events. Don't wait till the last minute to get your tickets. Question gets asked all the time: are we selling tickets at the door? We most certainly are, but we prefer that you don't. Hey, Mama Mastermind, I see you just lit up the whole screen with that $20 super chat, and I see Jimmy did gifted 5 memberships. Hey, Jimmy, hi, all righty, yes, sir. Jimmy is one of our members here, and I see we've got some other people on here. Hey, Jeremy, how you doing? I'm glad you saved money, Jeremy. I'm really glad to hear that. And the main thing we're trying to do is inform people, get people excited about what's happening, and make sure that they're not going to have a headache when this does happen. Because honestly, it's uncharted territory for a lot of us. There's a lot of people who are concerned about things, and this is why we've had so much trouble. But again, the Ohio Cannabis Expo is absolutely happening. We want y'all to buy some tickets to help us. And before we go, and see, all these the people that are new members, we're gonna add you on next week. So you can't do this week, but we're going to the spin the wheel thing always like starts spinning before I'm ready. So like I hate when this happens because it's like it's small, so I can't see it. All right, so and it just keeps spinning. What is going on? Yeah, we're just spinning away. All right, so here's the wheel. Okay, so the winner of this particular contest will receive a gift card in the next 4 to 6 weeks for Amazon. This will be emailed to you electronically. It will be a $20 electronic Amazon gift card. This is for the members of the channel. Just before I do this, I'm just going to explain a little bit. We do have 3 membership levels. One's for $1.99 per month. You can cancel anytime. Another one is for man, why do I forget the levels right now? Let me look at it. Yeah, we have one that's $1.99, we have one that's $8.99, and we have another one that's $29.99, which is our VIP level. William is our VIP. He's the only VIP member we have. Shout out to my good guy William, who's one of our VIPs on here. And again, we're gonna do other things for members. I'm working on a whole separate thing for you. I can't really talk about it right now because then it won't be fun. It won't be a surprise to you. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do now is I'm gonna go ahead and click this, and spin this wheel. And when this wheel stops, we will have a winner for today. And this will be the only winner. So again, make sure that you sign up for your membership this week so you could be in our next spin the wheel. This is just something we're trying out. And like I said, we're going to try to make it a variety of things that we feel like you'll be able to benefit from. And hopefully at some point I'll be able to give away some type of seeds and clones maybe, because I got some seeds to give away. So another reason for you to come to the expo is to see if you can get some seeds from Mastermind, because I got extra seeds, okay? And I'm down to share. I can't grow them all. I should make that one of the giveaway prizes, right? Not yet. We ain't there yet. We're getting there. We're getting there. All right. Ready for this? Y'all ready for this? Here we go. All right. Couldn't have went to a better person. Congratulations. Our VIP, William, has won a $20 Amazon gift card, which will be emailed electronically to him in the next 4 to 6 weeks or sooner. I'm just saying that because it'll be probably the end of the month before we send it out. All right, because 420 is coming up. So congratulations, William. Let me take a picture of it so we can share that on social media for you. If William isn't here, and y'all know William, tell me, hey, William, you won a $20 Amazon gift card. It'll be emailed to you electronically, so you don't have to worry about the mail. And our previous winner, please contact me so I can resend you your Echo Dot to make sure you get your Echo Dot, because we do want you to get your prize. And Sir Snipes, we will find a new prize for you. So please reach out to me, because you still did win and we didn't forget about you, and we're not trying to renege on giving you a prize. But it don't make no sense to give you no solar filter right now. But I am going to show you. If you look at my YouTube, you'll see that solar filter I was trying to give away was well worth the prize. I tried to tell you. When I Mastermind, I give you something. I give you some. Hold up. Yeah, I got a little bit of OCDC. That's a painting that my good friend Swango, aka Johnny McPot, painted for me. No, y'all can never have it. I'll never sell it. I'll never get rid of it, because it means a lot to me. Nobody's ever painted me a picture like that before. And definitely is a very special piece. That's why you see it a lot of times in the show. And I had to put my graduation thing up here because the school of Meadowdale tried to say I didn't graduate class of 1998. Liars. And then the other up here is the Core Value Award from the Ohio Media School, if you ever wondered what that was behind me. And in the corner back here, which is kind of out of frame, but I'll show you, is the good old periodic table of cannabis. Yes. So, show you a little bit around there. And eventually, we'll start having more guests, because now we've fixed our guest situation. So we can still have people on the show. We're using Zoom now. I'm paying for Zoom. We got to use it because I'm paying for it. It's costing me $18, $20 a month. So we got to start doing some Zoom stuff. Zoom. Will there be Zoom at the expo? Unfortunately, we don't have the capacity to do that because we'll be doing so many things. There's no way that we will be able to present a Zoom. We'll look at it, but I just don't think it's feasible considering our resources and everything. You really want to come and see what we're talking about, you're going to have to just make the pilgrimage to Canton. I know for some people that's a 3-hour drive. I get that. That's why I made sure before we started advertising it that we had signed all our paperwork, signed the contract with the hotel, paid the deposit, and made sure that those dates, May 3rd and May 4th, are the dates. We're not changing the dates. We're not changing the locations. We're not changing the times. It's 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Friday. I almost said Monday through Friday. It's Friday and Saturday. So, this is one of the few events that has been a cannabis event in Ohio that is not just one day for 4 hours. This is 2 days for several hours. And this is the Ohio Cannabis Expo. There is only one Ohio Cannabis Expo. There could be many other expos. I ain't knocking them. But there's only one Ohio Cannabis Expo. And it wouldn't be possible without you, and you, and you, and everybody else on this wheel, and everybody else who watched, the 600,000 plus people. We are across 600,000 views. So 600,000 people have watched some part of Ohio Cannabis Live. And it ain't just Ohio. We have viewers from all over the world. This is not just Ohio now. This is international. We are a worldwide thing now. We're not just little Ohio Cannabis Live anymore. We, not just Anthony, but we, you, us. There is no more them. It's us. And only us together will we succeed in a successful recreational program, which will bring great money and great things to the state of Ohio and great opportunities for people. And we are in a demand for justice for people who have been impacted by low-level cannabis crimes. We're going to demand people's records be cleared. We have to. We are going to demand employment protection. We're going to demand housing protection. We're going to demand child care and custody protection. And gee golly, if a kid needs cannabis for a medical reason, we're going to make sure they can get it still through the medical marijuana program. We're not going to leave medical patients behind when this rec thing comes. I'm not going to do that. There are many people who are saying, medical's over. Forget medical. Let's just screw that. Just throw them in the trash, and we're going to worry about rec. That's not what I'm about. That's not what I'm about. Yeah, I'm selling Mastermind cannabis vapes. Sure. But I'm not going to be behind a company and a product that I don't believe in personally. I'm not going to be behind a product and something that I ain't going to try myself. I'm not going to recommend you to try leafwell.com and not be a part of leafwell.com myself. Why would I tell you to join up and sign up for a medical cannabis card holding program if I didn't test it myself? If I'm not a part of it myself, how can I tell you it's a good thing for you if I didn't try it myself? People said, how come you ain't been doing product reviews? They ask me that all the time. Hey, you haven't done their product reviews in a long time. Why not? Well, guess what? For a long time, nobody appeared to care. The numbers don't support it. The views don't support the effort. If you want to see more product reviews, I put out one, you got to watch it. I mean, I've got them. They're sitting here queued up. I'm thinking about just streaming the whole day of all the ones I never released because where was the enthusiasm behind this stuff? Everybody, every time I thought, I can get a much better one in Michigan. I can get it better in Michigan. I can do this better in Michigan. I can get more better in Michigan. Well, guess what? I just said, all right, let me see your reviews on your stuff in Michigan. Oh, wait, you can't do that because that's illegal. Across state lines, right? So, if it's great in Michigan, I'd love to see some information about it. Show me. I know they don't give terpene information like we do here. I know their testing is looser than ours. I know their tracking is totally trash. They don't track anybody really like they're supposed to. And I know that most Michiganders are bored with their program up there. They're tired of looking at this stuff up there. That whole definition of grow your own, they took that to heart up there. They got so much stuff up there, they don't know what to do with it. They're starting to look a lot like Colorado. And we're not going to be Colorado, okay? And we're not going to be Michigan. That's one part where me and DeWine agree. We're not going to be Michigan. We're going to be better than Michigan. Because I'll say it again, I'll say it to all of you. We cannot keep losing to Michigan. We cannot keep patronizing Michigan all the time. We might as well become Michigan. We can't beat them in football. We can't beat them in weed. We barely beat them in basketball. Are we just going to be Ohio the losers? Or are we going to be Ohio the winners? So what I'm challenging and what I'm doing, forget the regular Cannabis Cup. Forget that shit. We're going to have a Michigan versus Ohio Cannabis Cup. It's us versus them. Once and for all, does Ohio know how to grow some weed and make gummies? Or do we just trash? Are we just going to go on with this moniker that, well, because it costs so much money, Michigan is so much better? Now, I'm going to remind all of you, I went to school in Michigan, and I ended up leaving. That's another story we'll have in a different video. Okay? I've been to Michigan multiple times. Before y'all even got your card, I was already up there. Before the program even started, I got family from Michigan. So whenever you hear me say this stuff about Michigan, he's anti-Michigan. He's anti-Michigan. What color is this on my shirt? Is it not like anti-Michigan my ass? Matter of fact, let me show y'all something, man. Where's it at? You're lucky it's not right here. I put it on to show you. Matter of fact, I'm going to show all y'all. He hates Michigan. He talks shit about Michigan. Let me show you something out there. What? What'd you say? You see this hat? You see what it say? You see that? I got this from Michigan at the dispensary. Okay? The Detroit. Mastermind wear many hats. Whose hat do you think this is? I guess in the comments, whose symbol is this? Hats. Shout out to my boys. Represent. So like I said, your boy Mastermind wear a lot of hats. Not just the Ohio one. Matter of fact, go look it up. Michigan Cannabis Live. Bet you didn't know that existed, did you? Bet you didn't know that, did you? Google it. And Kentucky Cannabis Live. How about that? So, I just want to clear that up. Because I get a lot of people who be like, man, why you beating up on Michigan so much? Why are you beating up on Michigan so much? Why don't you try it out? I mean, why you knocking? Man, I've had it, tried it, seen it, bought it. Matter of fact, go watch a video of me buying it. I'm one of the only people who actually got a video of me buying it. Thanks to my guy Swingo and his boy Thad who filmed it for me. Who else has a video of buying stuff in a dispensary? It's not the news media. How many other people got a video of that? And what did you see in my video? Go watch it again. You won't see a crowd of Ohio residents there buying. You will hear echoes because the place is empty. Why? Because people are bored with that shit. That's why. It's boring. They want to see something new. And that's why they're coming here. Because they couldn't buy our stuff before. Their med card didn't work here. We had the upper hand on them the whole time. Our med card been working up there. It's a little short history. Rec sales in Michigan did not begin when our program was active. It was later on. Before that, it was medical only. They launched rec sales since we launched our medical program. Michigan has not always been rec. So everybody who's like, I've been running to Michigan, you've been doing that for a couple years because they legalized rec right when we legalized medical. But they're 10 years in their medical. And their medical program had a lot of issues, mainly testing. There was none. It was just like, hey, we hope they flushed it. And a lot of them still operate like that, you know. So there's great weed in Michigan. There's great weed everywhere. You gotta know where to get it from. But that doesn't mean I'm worth driving 3 or 4 hours to go get it when I can just drive to 15 different places here in the city. And you got 120 choices. You literally driving past them on the way to Michigan. I bet money any of you probably drive past 5 dispensaries to go up there and don't even realize it because there's so many open now and they got all these crazy names that no one can remember. All we know is the ones we've been going to for the last 4 or 5 years. We don't know any about these new guys because guess what? We ain't all on Instagram watching them. We ain't on Facebook watching them. They're not on YouTube. They're not on Twitter, hardly. They're not even allowed to be on the internet, hardly. It's a restriction. No, no, no. You can't advertise. It'd be attractive to the children. No, no, no. You can't do it. So, man, how do you think you knew these companies existed? I love having fun with y'all. I love going live. I love preaching to y'all. It's fun. I hope none of y'all get offended, man. You know I'll be on here talking shit. Because I got to. Because if not, nobody's watching the video. It's not funny. Nobody laughs. You know, if something crazy don't happen during the show, then why are you going to watch it? Are you going to have something to go tell your friend? Hey, you got to watch the show, man. This guy's a trip, man. Man, listen. That Cali weed story, that is so old to me now. Like, I remember people saying, I got that Cali Kush. I even got a song. I'll let y'all hear it one day. Probably get stripped off the internet. But Cali weed, I think we've been getting bamboozled for years. I think they've been telling us it's Cali weed for years, and it's been Michigan weed. Now, just recently, you know, people shipping weed through the hemp farm bill. Hey, I'll ship you a pound. I'll ship you this shit. But realistically, it's weed coming in the mail, guys and girls. How do you really know where it came from if it don't come with a COA? And even if it do, can you look it up on the internet and verify that COA? Probably not. Have you looked at their website? Look at how their website's built. No disclaimers. Horrible graphic designs. Strange phone numbers and links to Telegram and shit. I'm straight, I'll pass. I will pass. I'm just saying, we gotta be real with ourselves. I would love to get some Cali weed from Cali too, but guess what? 90% of what I keep hearing people saying, I got the Cali weed, got it in the bag with the CM on it. Man, they bought them bags on Amazon and got some weed from Michigan and stuffed it in there. Or grew it themselves and said it was from Cali, from Michigan. Again, without no paperwork, without no custody transfer paperwork, it's all hearsay and BS. Can somebody send some weed from Cali to here? Sure they could. They would just say it was hemp. Hey, it was hemp, man. Hey, it's hemp. Hemp's legal. 2018 Farm Bill. Everybody wants to hide everything under the 2018 Farm Bill without reading the whole Farm Bill at all. Most people that say that shit haven't even read the Farm Bill, okay? And that lawyer got on there and told everybody that this, that, and the other was okay. He talking for himself, man. He ain't going to represent you if you go to jail, is he? Is he going to take your case for free because of his YouTube video? I promise you he ain't. So stop letting these YouTube lawyers guide you in your guidance, because they're not for you. They're for themselves. If there's for you, they would have at the bottom, hey, if you're in trouble because of cannabis laws, contact us at the bottom of the screen. You think they're doing that? First of all, he had to have credentials to practice law in the state of Ohio in order for him to even be your lawyer. And guess what the hourly rate is on the lawyer right now in the cannabis space? It's $500 an hour, okay? I know. I got lawyers. $500 an hour. Do you hear me? $500 an hour. Now, who has that kind of money to argue about cannabis and the hemp bill and all that? I bet you don't. I bet I don't. $500 an hour, $400 an hour, $300 an hour to argue whether it's legal or not to do this, that, and the other under the Farm Bill. I bet many people don't even know that currently the DEA, not the DEA, they got a hold on hemp testing or on hemp testing enforcement because they're behind on certifying the labs to test the hemp. So like there's labs that could test it, but they got to have a certification to have with the government in order for them to be certified to give you the results and everything else. Well, they ain't done that. They behind. So like even getting hemp testing done, you can get it done, but if the lab isn't certified by the government, it's not certifiable. It's just a lab report, and it still help you, but you got to pay for that. Lab reports ain't free. Testing weed ain't free. Everybody keeps saying stuff like, well, testing weed is not free. It ain't going to be free when we do it here either. It ain't free in Michigan. And there's ones you can get on the internet. Oh, I can buy one on the internet and get a weed tester. That ain't it. They make it seem like it is, but that ain't it. I've seen these machines. They're very science, big, complicated in a way. A lot of people will never see the machines. They don't care. They just want something good. Don't worry about terpenes and tests and moisture and mold content and all that. Most people don't care about that stuff. They just want to save money and buy some weed. Can't knock them for that. That's the old way. That's part of cannabis culture. But now we're throwing in this retail world, and we're going to have all these companies with all these attempts at sales tricks. And what I'm trying to perform you for is that, you know, they're going to be trying to sell you some old weed because they sitting on a bunch of old weed. Some of them, not all of them. So what I can tell you is that if you are going to wait till rec and go buy it, you're going to have to really get a magnifying glass. I don't have one on my desk. And really look at the label and make sure that this ain't from 2023. And if you want to buy some old weed, go for it. It's going to be dry. It's going to be full of CBN, and it's going to be night. So, you know, there's a lot of old materials out here right now because as med patients, we wasn't impressed. We didn't buy it. We thought it was trash. We didn't buy the shit. As that little emoji says, I had no control over that. Don't be mad and don't shoot the messenger. But I'm just saying, we've been trying to demand certain things in this program for 5 years, and we ain't been getting it. We've been getting the runaround, right? People just making up stuff. And these things aren't resonating with the market. You know, and the stuff they are growing, it's dry in some cases. It's not good. People ask me all the time, what's your number one strain? Well, we're not going to go over that. Y'all already know the answer. That has not really changed. There are other things I like, but like number one, still layer cake. Why? Because it's still the same thing 5 years later, 5 years in a row. Most of these other strains barely can survive 2 years before they're dead, hermed out, retired, MIA. And then, you know, the strains people are looking for, I can name a lot of them. Romulan, Lowrider, Magic Dragon, Full Moon, Bubba Kush, Critical Mass, Cinderella. That was out there for a while. Didn't make it long. I've been waiting on Alaskan Thunderfuck. Where's that been? Haven't seen that in a while. Snowcap. Haven't seen that. We have like one Chem Dog. We have no purple diesels. No double blueberry. No double bubble blueberries. No, we had zero gravity for a short period of time, I think, and it's gone. No, none of this OG stuff that's on this chart. Most of it we don't got. They should be looking at this chart. It costs $10 at waterbeds and stuff, man. As I have said before, stop playing. You know what I'm saying? Like they wonder why Michigan is winning. We can't even get our strains together. I ain't even gonna talk about the concentrates and whatnot in our packaging. We're getting better. We're getting better. This is looking cooler, but we're not there yet. Our packaging is terrible. It looks terrible. It's boring. It's not. It's government. Don't put that on there. I'm amazed we got a race car on it. That could be like Tonka Toys or something. No, it's race cars are attracted to kids. No, kids love race cars. They're still fighting us over gummy bears that don't exist. I'm looking at y'all's comments. 2-year-old carts. Yeah, I mean, you'll see it. They'll be like, buy one cart, wait, buy one at regular price and get one for a penny. You're like, a penny? That sounds like a Michigan deal. You get there and you know why. And Michigan's doing the same thing. Because ain't nobody buying that old shit they got up there. They doing the same game. You can't wonder why it's so cheap up there. Because that shit is old. And nobody wants to tell you what the date is on it. Because they don't want you to, it doesn't matter, man. I got 10 of them for this price. It's a great deal. I don't care if it's 8 years old. It's still a great deal. Here you go. Which one is Ohio's oil and which one is Michigan's oil? You tell me. Which one is Michigan and which one is Ohio? I want to know what you say. Challenge. I just want to know if y'all know y'all stuff. All y'all Michigan lovers out there. Is this an Ohio cart or is this a Michigan cart? You know why I'm turning it upside down. Everybody knows what this means. If you smoke carts, you know what I'm doing. So you tell me. I can't wait. Is it Michigan or Ohio? You know, it is what it is, man. You gotta look at quality sometimes. It's like, well, Ohio's rules are stupid. Their 0.8 thing is dumb. It should be 1 whole gram. But God, this oil tastes great. It looks great. It even smells great in my house. This other stuff that I got from up there, I feel like I'm smoking butane lighter fluid. Burning my throat, coughing my lungs. Oil look like it's already separated and shit. But Ohio, we do the same thing too. I've had stuff here. Ohio, I could show you. I'm a realist. There's some bad oil all the way around. But you know, I just wanted to see what y'all was gonna say, man. Yeah, I mean, one thing for me is I agree with you there. I mean, quality is important. Quality cannabis is important. And what has happened to me is just that, you know, I found out that there are really people who really can do this and grow really great products. Some in or out program. However, the main thing for those folks who can do that is brand awareness and willingness to grow. And if they don't do that, then how does anybody know that they exist? Captain Green Talker. Like, it could be great craft growers, home growers, but if no one knows they exist, they just growing it for their own craft, for themselves and their friends and family. More power to them, but that has helped the market though. I would love to see some of the craft growers that we already have in the state who aren't licensed get licensed. That's what I'm about. Seeing those folks who've been putting in all the work and who love this stuff. It's all they think about 24/7, experts in their trade. I want you to get your license. Not just some investors. Not some rich people that don't deserve the shit. That's what I'm trying to get at. And we get the real growers involved, some of them, then we have a chance against Michigan. And others too. We could grow that Cali weed here. Don't you know some of the seeds they're getting and growing in Cali is from Ohio? The equipment they use to grow the weed in Cali, them lights is from Ohio. Ohio is known to have the best growing equipment in the whole country, probably the world. A lot of the innovation of growing equipment was developed in Ohio, not Michigan, not Cali, here. So we already got the upper hand on the equipment. People just ain't realize it. So before I go, I do want to let you know one other thing that's happening at the Ohio Cannabis Expo is we're going to have a class on home grow lights, and it's going to be led by the CEO of Horticulture Lighting Group. The president of Horticulture Lighting Group. He will be doing a class on home grow lights, and if you attend this class, you'll have a chance to win free grow lights. Free. Yep, free. So another reason for you to come to the expo, if you're looking for some grow lights, you could win one. They will be selling them there too, and you will be able to get a discount. So we'll have lights for sale at the expo for sure, confirmed. And we will be having a class there about the grow lights, the dimmer, and everything else he's going to cover. I don't have all the details of his whole curriculum, but it'll be a 1-hour class. And you'll be able to get information about grow lights, and you'll also be able to purchase some quality grow lights like the one I got in my tent, which you already seen what it can do, right? Because you've seen it in action. That light is $900, but he has other lights that are cheaper, like that S100 I showed you before. I think it's an S100. It's a little bit smaller, and for those people who just have a small space, 2x2 or something like that, it'll probably be fine. Just got to lower it and raise it. That's it. So yeah, I'm trying to do stuff for you. I'm trying to get some more people there to bring some more cool stuff to you. Obviously, there's a lot of events happening. We got all this 420 stuff coming up. Most of that's just partying for the most part. But what I'm trying to do is bring you information, equipment, resources, and networking, and maybe even job opportunities as well. I'm trying to put you in a room with the people so we can bring this together so that we can just do everything we all want to do, whatever that may be in the cannabis space. And I can't do it unless y'all come. I need ticket sales to go up. We got this. We got the sponsors. We've got the vendors. We've got the place. We've crossed all these milestones. So the next milestone is you being there. That's it. And we're working really hard on that. And we're hoping that you'll be able to attend. Will we have another one? Well, the question will be if it's successful. Successful to me is 250 people attending the expo. It can hold up to 500, so we can't be as big as other events yet because we're still little. We're still babies in this. It's our first expo, so we can't set our expectations to have thousands of people, and we don't even have a space for that many people. So 250 of y'all watch this stuff every week. Out of the 250 of you who's watching, I hope some of you will come to the expo and meet me in person, shake my hand, and let me give you some stickers. Let me just let you know in person how much I appreciate you being here with me every Friday and every other day that I decide to go live, and all the car rides and all the other weird videos that I put out. I really do appreciate all of it. I appreciate all of you being here. I respect your opinions about what it is, whether I agree with you or not. I'm not here to debate you. I'm just here to give you information and just be here as a support for you and everyone else in the cannabis community who's looking for this information and trying to connect and trying to go. And there's one other thing I can't forget. Now, when I was doing Vendors Days, I ran into one of our viewers, and this is her information. It's her company, and she gave me a gift here. I'm going to make sure I say this right. The Canna Blossom Queen. I think I've got that right. Please don't beat me up if I don't. She may not be watching this right now, but I am going to share it, y'all, something. Check this out. Ain't ready for this. Now, what do you think this is? At first I thought, man, this is a water pump from my grow. I can just hook this up and I can just run some water filter. You hear some metal and it's a dual water bottle for 2 people can drink water at the same time. And notice it says stoned. And then you see it's got the Ohio Cannabis Live logo in there. And then there's Goofy there. And he's got the Mastermind Cannabis shirt on. Hey. Y'all figured out what it is yet? All right, so This unscrews from here. There's this. And I haven't unveiled this yet, so I don't really know what this is. So open this up together. Now she made this. So this is a custom piece. If you would like to get one, you'll have to reach out to her. She can make you one. For, I'm sure, a very special price. So you just mentioned that you are a viewer of the channel. Sure, she'll hook you up. And so we've got, that's a pretty nice sized bowl there. So what I'm thinking is maybe this goes here. And this. Okay. Let's see. I think this is threaded. So okay. I'm thinking that goes there. And I'm thinking this goes here. Kinda. Yeah, it is cool, isn't it, modern genetics? It is pretty dang on cool, man. And you know, just like Captain Greentover giving me that hat, I always thought it's a cool, man. And I know you're like, where's the hat at right now, right, Cap? It's actually on the shelf off camera, but it's here. I'll make sure to have that one for next week. I better get it ready. So now what I would do, I want to test this thing, and I'm thinking, could we do some MacGyver? Dun, 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 dun. All right, y'all see where this is going yet? Here we go. I'm just having a drink, YouTube. No, I'm like MacGyver. It's working just right. Have a drink. I love it. This is a great visual effect. If they hit, viewer discretion is advised. Yeah. I love it. It's in there. You know, be like, hey man, here, have a drink. I'm thirsty. Man, I love it. And it's metal, so you know it's not gonna break like glass. But yeah, I can't tell me what is it called, man. Come on now. I love the name. Get right. Come on now. I'm gonna show all those that didn't see it again. Goofy is stoned. There's some layer cake right there. This is what it's all about. I'd like to show you a few other things that I got from people who support us. I'm gonna give you a shout out to my guy, Gentix. I got Affogato. And then I've got Chef's Kiss. Ooh, Blackberry OG times Sour D. Shout out to my guy. Appreciate you sending these to me. This is the Gentex. That's GENETIX seed code. Check them out. Google them on the internet. Give them a shout out. Get you some. Appreciate you. Another one I got here American Stoner Collection. We're going to get stuffed and baked. Yeah, we're going to get stuffed and baked. Stuffed and baked. And then oldschoolchronic.com. Yeah, I love that one. The lion. Urgh. 420 lion. Y'all want to see what the seeds look like? Show and tell time, ladies and gentlemen. No. That look interesting. So when I said come see me, I really do be meaning come see me. Why y'all ain't came to see me? Why you ain't made an arrangement to come to my house and hang out? I don't know what y'all waiting on. I don't know what y'all waiting. All right, well, let's wrap it up with dinner. What is for dinner? Tina, what we having for dinner? What are we having for dinner? We don't know? We don't know. We don't know. So yeah, let me know what you're having for dinner. You coming to my house? Well, all you gotta do is get on the schedule, Cap. You can come on through, buddy. Love to have you over. Okay, yeah, I knew you was gonna chime in and tell us what those were. Yeah, yeah. So I'm glad that you cleared it up. But like I said, I'm just going off what it says in the package. Then okay, hey, I invited you over here for Eclipse OL. Yeah, you did, man. And we had already made our reservations to Mansfield. Plus, man, you wasn't gonna deal with my Siberian Husky. Taco pizza. Okay. How'd that turn out, Lynette? Was that pretty good? Was that good? Taco pizza. All right. We're doing good, man. We're doing good. Send no flyers. Yeah, okay, Jimmy. I see your message. We will be doing that on Monday. We're finalizing the flyers for the expo on Monday. So if you would like to help pass out flyers and you want us to send you a copy of the flyers, you can go print it out and pass it out. Email me at info@ohiocannabislive.com with the subject line flyer for expo, so I know that you're not spamming me. Make sure you do that. Lynette, please put the email in the comments for me, info@ohiocannabislive.com for help passing out flyers, because we do need help passing out flyers. We're going to really push it hard next week. We're just waiting on a few more things. As you can see, I've announced a lot today. The discussion panels, the lighting class, what some of the vendors might have there. And next week, I hope to really fill it in, like everything we're going to be doing here, and have it all ready for you. So I got a couple more days of planning to do as far as the things I have in store for you at the expo. But I expect it to be pretty cool, pretty great. And, you know, I expect us to have a good time. Ah, yeah, okay. I appreciate you, Little Mac. I do, man. I'm gonna get out there to Kenton. Don't worry, I'm coming to visit. I'm coming. We gonna come. I'm gonna come hang out with you. That's still on. Thank you, Lynette, for putting that in there for me. And thanks for having me over, Jimmy. I do appreciate you hosting me at your house. Yep, me and Jimmy got to kick it. Me, him, and the dog was a great visit. His dog is really cool, y'all. I love his dog. It's smart doggy. And I can't wait to see how those seeds I gave you turned out. So I'm waiting to see how that goes. So I'm waiting to see. Didn't you say you already got them popped? They already sprouted? And then my good friend Lee, my event coordinator, he's also working on some stuff for me as well. So Ohio Cannabis Growers, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the other channel. Make sure you sign up to our Reddit page. We've got a lot of good resources there. You can follow us on Facebook at Ohio Cannabis Growers. There's a Facebook page too, and a group. You can subscribe. You can sign up for the group. The whole thing is absolutely free. No money's involved. We're not selling anything. We're just giving out information and comparing notes. Experienced growers, beginner growers, intermediate growers, whoever We're just having a good time being Ohio cannabis growers. There's a lot of other groups out there. They got a lot of people in them. There's millions of people in Ohio. So, we're just going to keep growing. We're not going to worry about the other groups. They'll eventually just join us. Because we're going to have all the connects. Yeah. Yes, HLG will be having lights in Canton. And so you will be able to buy them there. They'll have a whole display set up. So you will be able to get lights there. I'm 100% confident in that from what he told me today. I talked to him today. So yeah, the goal is for you to be able to get you some stuff and walk out the building with it in a bag. Now, we can't sell any cannabis there. Recreational sales won't be happening by May, so we cannot sell cannabis products at our expo. We cannot allow consumption at our expo. It's just the rules. We didn't make them. We voted for some of this stuff, but we ain't got nothing to do with those rules. So we got to follow those guidelines in order to keep having more expos and more events. And we expect all visitors to follow all laws and all rules and to respect our expo and not disrespect us by doing things they shouldn't be doing or bringing things they shouldn't be bringing or trying to sell things they shouldn't be selling. So we're just saying that shouldn't have to be said, but we're saying it anyway just to be covering ourselves. So yeah, 420 is coming up. A lot of events are happening. There's a block party in Cincinnati that's happening. That happens every year. So that'll be going on just like it was before in the Short Vine on 420. So you can Google down the internet. They're selling tickets on Eventbrite right now. And then there's also the Third Market that's on 420. So tickets are on sale for that. You can get tickets for that as well. So support everybody. Support all the events. Again, it's about bringing the cannabis community together, not dividing it. So, we all should be cross-promoting each other's events. We got people planning events in June and July. So I'll be sharing more about those events with you here as the following weeks go as we get closer. I just don't want to flood you with so many events you're confused about which event's which and which one's what date and all that. So I'm not going to flood you with flyers, information. Right now, we just got to focus in on our event, the Ohio Cannabis Expo. But we also know that 420 is happening, so there are going to be sales, hopefully, and other things happening. And hopefully, I'm hoping that there'll be more news about what's going on with the rec program, other than the fact that license holders are going to be able to apply for licenses in June, and they're not going to really have to go through any hurdles to get their dual license. So could sales happen in June? Maybe, possibly. Am I going to guarantee it? No. Am I going to say for sure that's the dates, that's the time? No. Is September set in stone as when rec sales going to happen? Hell no. Could it be sooner? Hell yeah. Let me just tell you, I know. I just can't tell you. I'm giving you all the hints I can. So let's recap before we go. It's going to be a wind advisory. It's going to be windy the next day or so. The temperature is going to go up. If you're planning on growing something outside, you shouldn't grow it till May. I didn't really touch base on this national news like I should have. But one of the headlines that stuck out to me was the FDA leader suggests the DA has no grounds for postponing marijuana reclassification. So what the hell's a holdup then? Do the paperwork and put it through. This one I thought was interesting. Federal research indicates 610% surge in medical cannabis patient registrations since 2016, reflecting a rise in social acceptance. What? Our shit is dying. Our program is dying. We ain't seeing no 610% surge. Where is he getting it? Where are they getting this data from? What? I don't believe it. This should be the thumbnail right here for the video. Let me take a picture of this. No. So it's not believable. Do you believe it? 600% surge? No way. No way. I don't buy it, man. You couldn't sell me this. You couldn't sell me this. I just don't. I don't buy it. I don't believe it. And this is the kind of stuff that they put out there. They want people to believe in this stuff, and it don't be true. It don't be accurate, and we don't know why they keep thinking that we're going to believe in stuff. But 600%, I'm sorry, I can't believe it. I'd love to know what you think, because I think that's not true. Yeah, hey, I could be wrong. I mean, but they put this kind of information out there. And the sourcing from this was the marijuana moment. I'm sure many of you have heard of marijuana moment. And, you know, again, they're just going off whatever they're hearing, but I still feel like, they're missing something. I just don't think that they're realistically believing that they're making this humongous difference. I just don't see it. And maybe it is there. Maybe there is there, and we're all just overlooking it. But I just sorry. I don't believe it. My bad, everybody. I had to type something up here. Recreational. Yeah, I'm just typing the thumbnail for the show because I didn't get to do it. Like I did everything else. As you can see, I got all the graphics fixed. Everything was nice and orderly. But then I looked up and I said, "Oh crap! I forgot to do my thumbnail." And so that happens sometimes. When you're trying to do so much stuff, you forget to do stuff. Yeah, well, it didn't be. Used to be in dispensary. Used to be long lines. Used to be in there like, oh my god, this is 20-30 minute experience, waiting to check out. And now it's like you're in there 15 minutes, maybe that. It's over. You're out of there. So it's changed significantly from what it used to be, and I feel like you know that's what's kind of made things different. So you know, time's gonna tell. Whether the medical program will survive or not. We're gonna find out in short order when rec sales really go live, and we also are gonna find out if they're going to try to raise taxes or add any other unnecessary regulations to this before we go live. So that's another thing. Now, I forgot. See, there's so much stuff to keep up with. I want you to know about one other piece of information before I go. And I got an email from the Department of Cannabis Control, and I'm just waiting on my pages to load up. And then that email is about another opportunity for public comment. So basically, where we are here, we are again with it. First of all, they send this out in this weird format that is very difficult to read, especially from a phone. So I'm gonna make this bigger. But this Division of Cannabis Control is submitting following proposed rules for the common sense initiative. This is what I've been talking to before about being a part of the process. Okay, I'm not gonna spend a long amount of time on this, but these rules here, and if you want this, I can email it to you. But these are these rules about ownership, distance from prohibited facilities, disclosure of ownership, meaning who owns these companies. Notice of intent requires that if enter any agreement that will certain medications that must be reported. So these rules, a lot of this stuff they keep saying, facility visitors. This rule requires all visitors to the facility who are going to access areas other than public retail for be signed in a visitor law, escorted in those non-public areas by an employee. So that's kind of like tours. Waste disposal, man. We're gonna do a video about people still. I heard there's a story going on right now that people are digging in the trash at the dispensaries looking for weed at medical dispensaries. I should write a blog on this. Weed trash diggers, trash searchers, trash treasure trunners or something. I don't know what to call it. But from my understanding is that people are breaking in the trash cans to steal weed. It ain't there. They don't put weed in trash. Just cardboard and stuff. So some of these rules matter. But a lot of it, you're going to say, I'm not going to be a dispensary retail person. I might not even support the dispensary. So none of this stuff matters. But actually it does, because it's your opportunity to have input in what they're doing, what rules they're going to make. And if there's any chance that's going to affect how much you pay for your medicine, how long your wait time is going to be, or anything else that might affect you in the cannabis world, you should be looking at this and trying to figure out how you can make a comment. Because if you look at these email chains here, this one here is going to the governor. This other one here is going to the Department of Cannabis Control. So what we can do is we'll copy and paste this, and we'll put it in the chat. Wait, that ain't it. Hold on. A copy and paste ain't working, folks. And then I'm gonna let y'all go. But this information is important. So, I'm going to again put some more information on my website about it. But we definitely need to make sure people are participating and sending in feedback to these state officials, including the governor's office, about these initiatives, about these things that they're trying to propose. So there's the email addresses. Write them down. And then next week, well, no, I'm sorry. We don't even have till next week. My bad. We only have 5 days to comment on this. The comment on this ends on April the 17th. So that means that April the 17th, we need to be seeing all these comments flowing in saying, nah, we don't like this. Nah, we think this is great. Nah, don't do that. Because if we don't do that, we're not doing our civic duty to be a part of the process, to be heard. We're not doing our part. So we have to be a part of the process. We have to send it in. We can't just turn everything over to Michigan and just ignore these things that are happening right here in our own state, in our own backyard. We have to speak up loud and clear that we don't, or we do, support these changes. And if they don't like it, then they won't do it. If we don't like it, they won't do it. So that's all I've got for you today. Thank you all for being here. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe button, and follow me on social media. I hope to see all of you at the Ohio Cannabis Expo. Y'all have a good weekend if I don't go live again. Thank y'all for being here. Peace out.